Welcome to this special unboxing. This is Oathsworn, the base game. It has been sitting on my shelf in this box for quite some time. There are two big boxes. Let's have a look at this just to make sure. There we go. Oathsworn, the base game we have there. One piece per carton. No, one pieces per carton. There are two cartons. That's all I know. This is a fairly hefty one, a heavy one. By Panda Game Manufacturing and Shadowborn Games. You can see there that way up, handle with care, all of the usual stuff, 10 kilograms. It is, as I said, quite hefty. As I flip that over so you can see it all, packaging looks fine. It's got their number PP37, I guess. I'm not too sure. Look, there is a hole on the bottom here, and I can get my finger in there. I can't touch anything, I can't feel anything. So when we flip it over, let's hope that is all okay. So there we have it. Let's start ripping into this. A big game. Tell you a funny story, actually. I was in my local game shop the other week, and I saw a game. I was investigating war games, actually. And it was quite expensive. It said it was $600 for 3 boxes. Of course, the game was Oathsworn. And I thought to myself, gee, I want that game. Of course, this has been sitting on my shelf and I had forgotten all about it, had no idea. Even though I have had friends over to play some games. One of those games was War Room. And a few of my friends saw it there and said, you should open it up. And of course, I just saw Oathsworn. I had no idea. I literally had no idea. I'd forgotten all about it. Anyway, over the weekend, after looking at the game shop, I looked up the game Oathsworn and thought, hey, wait, this looks good. And there were comparisons with Gloomhaven, which I have also. And I thought, gee, this looks like a really good game. And a couple of days later, I came home and I looked on the shelf and I saw these boxes and I went up to them, said Oathsworn. I thought, OMG, oh my God, I have had this all along. Thank goodness I didn't buy it for that amount of money again. But I was seriously contemplating it. Look at that. Oathsworn into the Deepwood. I don't know what's happening with my articulation of words, but it's not that great today. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to get this open. I don't want to obviously break the inside box, but it's not going to come out that easily. So I'm going to tip it on its side and cajole it out. In fact, I'm going to do it upside down, more to the point. See, we've got a little damage spot there on the box. We can see if we can match it up. Well, there we go. There's good news. There's this card on the bottom. That's not damaged in the same spot. So I think we're pretty safe and assured that this box is okay, at least on the base as well. A little bit of a rip in the corner there of the plastic, which is covering it as shrink wrap. I am actually going to, just because it's upside down, just rip straight into getting rid of this base plastic. So there we go, down each of the sides on the base. So we can just get rid of that plastic there, keep the rest of it on. You know I like doing that. It says, interestingly enough, not a child's toy, age 14 and above. So let's have a look at the front again. There it is, looks really, really nice. The rats, everything about it. This is heavy. Still very much 10 kilograms worth, I can assure you of that. And I've just been playing around with Thunderstone Quest. And for people who are familiar with that game, that is also a very heavy, big box game. So here we have it. 4 players, ages 14 and above. It's each story about 45 minutes in there. The encounter is 90 minutes. Looking at side there, you can just see that there, and I'm going to flip it over the other side to see if the artwork's the same. It looks slightly different. Oh, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. No, it's the same artwork on both sides. long sides, and I think it's the same artwork on the short sides as well. So having said all that, let's put this in front of the camera and carefully lift off this top box. A nice matte black finish, so that is really nice to go with such an extravagant game, lush game. Warning we have here, the Deepwood holds many mysteries and so does this box. So there might be some spoilers in this, beware. This is going to be a full unboxing. Everything is going to be looked at. I'm not going to talk about anything, but it's going to be looked at. I forget these things, so I have no problem with that. So, it contains many mysteries, so does this box. Do not open any boxes, envelopes, or books, nor look at the faces of any cards or boards until told to. Well, I'm going to look at them. I don't think it's going to burn through my eyes or my brain. And I know I'm going to forget it anyway. So, here we go. First time setup. It's a nice warning that they've put there. I'm really happy that they've done that, actually. If I was to play this very soon, like tomorrow, then maybe I'd remember a few things. But I love these games just for looking at them for the first time. So we've got first time setup there. Fill the token tray, punch out remaining components, prepare card organizer, 1 and 2. So this is the second one. Organizer 3. Organizer 4, prepare the Oathsworn save bags, prepare the free company bag, and prepare the 2 might deck organizers. So they are instructions. I'm going to keep that sort of safe-ish so I can refer to it. I may or may not do that as I go along. I haven't made up my mind, but here's a mystery envelope. It says 11, or it might even say 2, depending on if you're using Roman numerals or not. Do not open until told. I'll keep that for now just closed. Won't open too much until the very end. Mystery envelope A. There we go. They look very nice, don't they? They've really thought of everything. Mystery envelope B. A little bit of weight, so I can tell there's a bit of storytelling going on inside these. I said there would be spoilers, but hopefully that's not too much of a spoiler. Envelope C. We have... and that they are open, which is also good for me when I'm doing the unboxing. Envelope D, I don't like ripping things either. Envelope F, envelope G, envelope H, and I'll put them over here. This has obviously been put in, just bent a little bit. I'm not too fussed with that. We can see here miniature instructions, so they do have to be assembled a little bit. Ursus Warbear, Warden, Ranger, Witch, Grove Maiden, and Harbinger, or Harbinger, depending how you want to say that. We also have on this side, we have Huntress and Priest. We have Penitent and Cur and Blade and Exile. So 2, 4, 6 on that. 2, 4, 6, so 12 minis there. Put that one over there. We have some nice padding to keep everything protected there. And we have these. It says Push Fit Designs, multi-part push fit minis. So they push together. Okay, well that's nice. I'll bring that up so you can actually read that. If part becomes loose, simply push the piece into place and squeeze the front and back of the miniature tightly. You can see those minis there. They do look very nice. So I'm going to get these painted up. I've got a friend that can do that. Take these off, the plastic off the top, and let's start having a look at some of these. So I might do it in more detail. That's got sticky tape on it. No, it's got one of those little round dot things. You can see that there in the light. Just sticking that down. I use my trusty knife here, and I'm trying to think whether I want to cut through it or just lift it up. I'm going to lift it up for now. Probably should have cut through it, actually. That's okay. I'm going to take the whole thing off. I think that's fine. So there's one there, and there's one on the other side as expected. So take that off. Obviously this is going to be on all of them, I suspect, as well. So taking that off, putting those together because they're not going to go back on that. It's just going to go on the floor with the rubbish pile. And I'll take the top off now, and we're going to have a look at these close up so we can see there close up, and I will do another video just rotating them before and after painting. So you can see there we've got and you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in this packet. Put that over to that side. This has just got sticky tape, interestingly enough. Don't you see that there? Sticky tape, not those special round dots. So I'm not too sure why the design choice was made to sticky tape one. Maybe they just ran out of dots as they were packing this one up. And I might be able to get away with lifting it up at the end. I can feel it's at the end, but it's not going to give. So just do this. There we go. I have to bring that back. I'm not doing the best job of this, I must admit. And that one goes around the corner, so I'm going to have to go around the corner with it because I don't want to forget about that. I think that's come off now. Let's take that off. That comes off very nicely as well. As I fold all that plastic away, get it unstuck from my fingers. Let's have a look at these nice and close up. You can see there, those down the bottom are repeated. 8 of those down the bottom. And a whole lot of minis, some hawks on flying bases. I like that idea as well. So let's put that on top. Put that next to this one in the same order they came out. Now, look at all this stuff. So this is all in shrink wrap here. Going to open that up carefully. And punch boards and game boards as well. Get rid of that. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got in this set here. I'm going to take this off first. We've got NW, I assume that's Northwest. Open that up. So this is where all the main action I think is going to take place. I do like that artwork on this board. You can see that. I'll show you the different quadrants. Northeast quadrant, that's there. Southeast quadrant and the southwest quadrant. So that's where all the action's going to take place. And I think we set up other bits and pieces around on that board, chests, walls, barriers, barricades, and we have this side as well, which we can use. So again, same thing, just so you can see it in the quadrants, down to the southeast and the southwest. I'll bring it up closer so you can see some of the detail that is there. And I'll flip it over as well and bring it up close. Just fold it up, make it easier for me. But you can see the detail that is there. Nice amount of detail. I think you'd be happy with that as a board. I do know a lot of these games they're just sort of like very plain. You know, they're not very, what's the word? They don't have a lot of color. They don't have a lot of artwork on them to delineate special features. They're just more a shade of brown or black or grey or something like that. But I do like that one I've just put over there for its greenery. Let's have a look at this one. So there is one of the boards that you cut punch out tokens. So we've got ones there, flip them over to twos. One just came out just here, as you can see there where my finger is. So I'm going to put that over there, pick that one up so it doesn't get lost. Hope there are plastic bags in here. or trays that I can put these tokens. So we've got more tokens here. I'll bring them up close. So you can see they look like money, some sort of counters of other sorts. So that's that side and reverse side. So here we have, look at this, we've got paths written here, path 1.1, 1.2. So I'll obviously find out what that is about at some later stage. We have some hexes, and as I said, I think these are the ones that you put over the playboard to cover up certain spots, to give it sort of like impassable terrain, maybe fire terrain, as you can see here. Some timer tokens that are there. We've got green, we've got some sort of ice or water on that side. Again, just more terrain features, walls. Looks like a house that's there, just the top of a house. More fire in individual hexes. More of these timers, so they're obviously going to be reminders. On the other side, fire, water or ice, as you can see there. We have our last of our terrain boards, I think, plus we have some standees. We have a fair few of these. This might be NPCs of some sort. Look like rather low-level NPCs at that. Looks like a bit of wood, maybe, and these people have axes, so they might be axemen, might be my guess. As I said, there could be spoilers, and some of those spoilers might be my guesses. Other of those spoilers might not be my guesses, because my guesses might be just totally wrong and incorrect. Here we have some trays, which look like they can fit cards in that you slide out. So we've got one there, another one there, so two of those trays. We have more of these boards, and I'll put that to one side for now. Put that down here so I don't forget it. That is sealed up. That's nice. We have on the left side some nice orange crystals, plastic crystals, some red and yellow tokens, so that'd be for player colors, I dare say. On the other side, we have these nice looking dice, and normal D6, looks like D12s, a few D12s in there, and a special directional one you can see there. If I turn it around, it says NE, SW, so northeast, southwest, things like that. So that's their nice dice as well. So I'll take a few of those out so you can see them, because that plastic, you can't see through it as well as I'd like to. So let's take these out. I saw a second one of these dice, directional dice. You can see the red dice there. Slightly interesting. You know, they're a bit mottled, and that gives it just a bit more flavour rather than just having a plain red dice. So it's nice to see that they decided to do that. Maybe that was a Kickstarter stretch goal. Let's have a look at these dice. We've got white, black, yellow, and red dice. Obviously, they mean different things. Some blank faces, so probably for attack and defense, things like that. Here we have some dice with these curly things around the number 3. Okay, where do I go next? There's so much here, and I will have to open these cards at a later date, I think. Let's do these cards down here. So we've got a box here. There's box 4. Let's maybe start up here, because that seems like it's going to be box 1. There it is, box 1. So they're the cards that we have there, and I'll just take these out. I'm not going to unwrap them, so I'm not going to be big spoilers, but we obviously have decks. I love the fact they've got this gold ring around it to help open it up, and if they've done it right, we should be able to open it up right there. So we can see a couple of them just there, and again, for me, that's not a major spoiler, so I'm not terribly upset. So we've got Ranger and Huntress. I'll keep them out so I can get the others out of this box as well. We have Exile there. There's Exile. Also has flank attack. And this one, not too sure what that one is, but we'll get around to that in due course. We have a few over here. We have a card separators, unlocked cards in front, locked cards behind. We have these cards here. We have, interesting, Oathsworn registration. So it looks like there are enough for a few players maybe there. Have two mystery envelopes, V and Y, that are there. I'm going to put those back. I'm second guessing myself now. I think I might not. I just do want to do an unboxing video showing the cards in their decks. I just like doing that just for completeness sake. But I'm really going to have to think through how I do this because of the nature of the game. Here we have a couple of sets of smaller cards down the side, slightly different, as you can see there. And we have another box. Here's a box. Is that an N or a Z? I think that's Z. That's box Z. Dare I open that? I'm not going to open that yet. So I've already failed at telling you what I'm going to do because I'm changing my mind as I go. There is box 2. In box 2 we have, or organizer 2, we have a pack which at least has common item, and it's got common item 20. We've got these ally, we've got 33 there we can see. We have these two. So let's look at this one first. We have common items, and there's number 14, that's there. Common item 17 in that deck. In this deck, common item 11. And this deck we have common item 8, and we have an amber chips there. So they can go back in that box, organizer 2. That can go down that side. Let's look at organizer 3. I'll just bring that up close. These are nice sturdy boxes actually. I do like that. They fall out if they're upside down. Of course they do. Here we have common item 1. We have something there, a 2 maybe, or 2 with that. Look at that, the face that's there. I like that. Another set of 2s and another set of 2s that are there. Here we have the Alpha, we have Hurl, we have Tattered Flax Garment that is there. Okay, so that's that box. This box here is our organizer 4. More card separators that we have there. Unique items 1 to 20. You can see written at the top there. That's got allies written at the top there. On this one, there we go, injury deck. We have the black sheep tunic on that side showing. We have unique item 7 there and the Reaper. We have the injury deck there, and we have Hurl. So the rain comes down outside. You might be able to hear that. Number 1 and number 3. So we had number 2s in that other box. Toxic Cloud and Cornered Animal from 3 and 1 respectively. Wow, okay, there's a lot here. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't know about you guys. Most of you have probably played this game a few times through. Some of you will even have gotten rid of your copy after you've played it. May or may not have played it all the way fully through. I'm getting down to the bottom here. So here's an organizer. You can see here tokens get put here. Actually, it doesn't need to go that way. You've got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Other symbols that you can sort of see there. That isn't stuck down, so I'll take that off. I do like these organizers though. They've obviously thought about what they are needed for. So put that back on. Underneath that one, we had a few black bags. It looks like bags for each of the hero classes that we have. I'm going to open this one up. So we have resealable black bags with the iconography on it. Harbinger, Huntress, Warbear, Grove Maiden, Cur, Witch, Priest, Warden, Exile, Blade, Free Company, Penitent, and Ranger. So obviously I have another big unopened cardboard box with, I think, a couple of bigger boxes of models in that to go. I'm not going to get through it all tonight. My voice is running out a little bit. You probably heard that on a couple of my recent videos if you've been playing along at home. Let's open this one up as well. Bring it up. Is that going to come up nicely? It's stuck a little bit on... Stuck somewhere. Oh, that is interesting. Why is that stuck? That feels like... I think it's actually just part of the base. That is very, very interesting, being part of the base. So yeah, that is stuck to the base. So I've attempted to lift all this out so I can see if there's anything underneath the base, because that's what we all do. It's just part of human nature. Take out these boxes so I can put them back more or less in order. So there we go. That comes out. Nothing underneath that. So that's part of the base. I can put these back carefully. You can see the little slots maybe on your screen, so that you do know how to put them back. It helps me doing this multiple times so that I know how to put them back. Here we have, looks like cards, Ursa's Warbear for each of the players. Warning, major spoilers, do not look at the faces of these boards. Do I dare, do I dare. We are at the back end now of this. I feel almost safer to open some things, but again, I might leave the opening of packets till later. Here we have a big packet. I'm just going to open this briefly so we can see a little bit inside this. And I said there were going to be some spoilers. I've rescinded that, taken that back. Only minor spoilers as such. We'll get major spoilers on another video, I think. So throw that to the ground. We have a record of the Free Company. So we have a few record pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So hopefully they might be for each group. So you can have 10 playthroughs, I imagine, of this. Blank on the other side. We do indeed get, as I suggested, some plastic resealable bags as storage. You get a number in there. Let's see how many we get. I'd like to be able to get these from a proper shop. I've tried my local Officeworks. If you're familiar with Officeworks, their plastic bags are quite flimsy, but I do like the plastic bags you get in games, and I just don't know where to find them. So if you know how to get these nice sturdier plastic bags, please put it in the comments below. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those smaller ones, 2 of those medium-sized one, and 2 of the bigger size that is there. They can go down there. We have a journal. I'll just flick through that. Journal Mysteries. This book contains many spoilers. Do not read any pages in this book until told to do so. It tells you how to use the book there. So I can read that, thankfully. Not too small, although I still might use my magnifying glass. We've got sanity rules that are there. We've got a couple of blank pages, obviously, so that you don't spoil what's coming next. You can see a few pictures which you need to do things. I have no idea what they are. I did see something that said siege rules as well. Spoiler alert. There you go. But you knew that was coming anyway, even though I sort of semi-rescinded it. We have a storybook. In fact, we might have a couple of storybooks. We have this lovely looking bound spiral storybook for chapters 12 to 21. So that looks nice. It is rather thin. I'd say flimsy, but it's not terrible. Again, we're sort of examining the components that we get in here as well. So 21 chapters in that book. A little cardboard divider there. We have Oathsworn into the Deepwood Encounter Rulebook, and that's nice, a little bit glossy. So this will be telling us how to play the game. You can see there all the components that we're looking at, as well as it's been unpackaged and boxed into their proper organizers. Let's look at that. There we go. We've got some of the minis that we can see there, how to use them. There we go. Movement, how to do those encounters. Oathsworn levels. You can see that there. Appendix. Two appendix, 3 appendix there. That's the Grove Maiden. Thank you to all 11,518 backers, of which I was one, with special thanks to a few of them. It'd be nice if they had a write-up of all the backers. They may or may not yet. They may surprise me. Let's have a look at, this is the Encounter book. So that one was the Encounter rule book. That's how to play the encounters. These are the encounters themselves. So we have the chapters, 21 chapters, how to use this book. Again, this book will contain many spoilers. That's small writing. Again, I can read it at this distance, but I'd probably still like to use some sort of magnifier. I can just get away with that. I wish they didn't skimp as much. Obviously, they probably wrote it small, so they didn't have to make bigger books and therefore bigger boxes, which would have added to the costs. You see mystery envelopes that are there, mystery boxes that will come in the next unboxing that you will see. So we can see a few mystery envelopes there, which we haven't seen yet, 17, 11, 12. So I don't think that was a 2 we saw, that was an 11. So there we go. Nice pictures as well, lovely artwork. I will get a chance to look at that. I do like looking at it. And how to repack the box. Thank you very much. I really like that. Again, one of the reasons I do these is so that when I repack the box, I can look at my video and see how I unpacked it and therefore how it was packed. Here's the story rulebook. And let's look at some of the artwork that is there, top and bottom. On the back, we have a glossary page, which is always handy to have. Table of contents for the rulebook. Again, showing us pretty much everything in the box, which we sort of saw in some of the other books, I think. Some examples there, an appendix here. Again, thank you to all backers. And there's our glossary, which we've seen before. Here is our storybook. Chapters 1 to 11. That's all in good condition. Happy to see that. So lots of stories in there. Just see there. Choose. Okay, so one thing I don't like necessarily about spiral binders, especially with thin paper, is the tendency for it to get stuck and possibly tear in the middle. Just look here. It says choose one, try to free someone, try to sneak past them, or kill them. So you turn to different stories. So that's how you make your own story. Makes it very interesting. Some crosses there for some reason. Look, just going through it. It is basically story. A few pictures. It's nice. So lots of options here. This is very story driven. So as I said at the beginning of all of this, there were comparisons with this and Gloomhaven. This is very narrative oriented, and I love my narrative in my games, no matter what they are. I think I might, I will open these up. I think I won't delve too deeply into them. I was going to do a separate video, but I will just open these boards up so you can have a quick look at them. Again, if you're going to play this game, I don't think, hopefully this is going to give too much away. It does say major spoilers. Do not look at the faces of these boards. Oh well, oops me. You have been warned as well. So again, just looking at, now I'm not actually paying much attention, so I'm just showing you pretty much the artwork, what they are. So having encounter boards for each of the 21 chapters, I imagine. You have Rubio here, 15. The Wandering Queen at 14. This one here, a lot of fire in that one, so you can see how those fire hexes can be used for this one. The Scar Tribe for 12. The Grove Maiden. I don't think, for me, it's not spoiling anything. If it is for you, I apologise. No, I don't. I really don't apologise. You were given warning. If you skip through, that's fine as well. That's up to you. The Shadow Man for Encounter Board 11. The Forgotten King, Encounter Board 10. Mollusk. Hey, look, I might remember some of these words, but I'm not going to remember what the board looks like, so that's not going to bother me at all. The Venerator. Unknown Horrors for 6. Bloatfly. Nice artwork there. So I think these creatures are going to be in the other box, which I'll unbox as well. Now the 2 boxes. We have Worm, that's here. Some of these creatures might have actually been in this box at the top. It's hard to say for sure without going through it in detail. Brood Mother, Encounter Board 1, so that's the first one. Here we have, wow, so many things. So I think I'm going to put those boards down. I'm going to flip these over. So special rules. So these go with the boards we've just seen. So there's the Brood Mother. They're the special rules. That is the encounter board for Brood Mother. You can see that there. Special attacks of some sort. So we've got flank, core, flank, rear. And obviously these special rules will tell us a little bit about what happens in that fight. And put those over there. So we have special rules for 2, which was the Satyr. Special rules for 3, the Worm. Special rules for 4, Scar Tribe. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, it's getting late. I'm getting lazy. You can tell, can't you? Special rules for the Bloatfly. Special rules for Encounter 6, Unknown Horrors. Special rules for Encounter 7. That doesn't seem to be coming away. It's just thicker. The Venerator. Special rules for 8. The Satyr. Special rules for 9. Mollusk. Special rules for Encounter 10. The Forgotten King. Special rules 11. The Shadow Man. Special rules for the Grove Maiden. Special rules for Scar Tribe. Encounter 13. Marcella. Encounter 14. The Wandering Queen. Encounter 15. Rubio. Encounter 16. Ogre of Thrace. 17. The Chieftain. 18. The Worm. 19. The Brood Mother. 20. Aurelia. And 21 was the Mad Dreamer. There you go. So yeah, look, hey, you might remember some of those names or the words, but you're definitely not going to remember the tactics or anything else about those cards I showed you. We have here Ursus Warbear. There we go. It tells you a little bit that's difficulty. We have Arvi Harbinger. difficulty of 4 for Avi. It was 3 for the Warbear. The Huntress we have here, and I do like the artwork again. The artwork is so good. These are nice thick cards. They're not double thickness, so that's a bit of a, I don't know. I prefer us to be able to put the cubes in those boxes than for them to stay there. That would have been nice. Obviously, they hopefully thought about that, but chose not to for costs. So there's a Huntress, maybe for artwork as well. Difficulty of 5 for the Huntress. The Witch, difficulty of 5. The Warden, difficulty of 3. Penitent, 3 difficulty level. Ranger, a difficulty of 1, so one of the easier ones. The Cur, difficulty of 3. The Blade, difficulty of 3. Priest, difficulty of 2. Exile, difficulty of 1. And the Grove Maiden with a difficulty of 5. So you can see a few of those might be easier to start off with. That is what I'm going to do for this unboxing at the moment. So that is Oathsworn into the Deepwood, the base box. You can see that there. So thank you for joining me. If you did like it, or if you would have liked to have seen more in this one episode, please let me know in the comments. But I will have to do another unboxing, as it were, of the cards and go through those individually, as I like to do for the reasons that I mentioned in the video. As always, enjoy your gaming, enjoy this game, enjoy the narrative in this game. Please do invite your friends over so they can experience some good gaming, good fun gaming. My name is LeMonde. Thank you for joining me. I'm signing off now.